Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. No, it's been a while. So today we're going to talk about my third C-section. I did have another baby, another girl named Evie who was laying right here next to me. She is 4 months old now. But I just wanted to talk about my experience with my third C-section compared to my first and my second one, which my first versus second C-section is on my YouTube channel as well. But this one was definitely a different experience. This was definitely one of my hardest C-section for sure. I don't know if it's because we have moved, so my first two were in Washington and this one is I had in Hawaii, and maybe that's why it was a different experience. But to begin with, I thought I was going to have a vaginal birth. I was like, I'm gonna do this one. This is our last baby. I want to have a vaginal birth, see how that is. I've never experienced it before, so throughout my entire pregnancy I had planned on doing that. One happened to have a different doctor one week, and he was like, I suggest you have another C-section. Your chances of hemorrhaging and your chances of your uterine wall, I think, tearing, something along those lines, is very high since I've had 2 C-sections, which scared me. So I ended up talking to my normal OB, and she told me that it really all depends on the person, that he is all correct in what he says, but if you still want to take that chance, we can. So I just thought about it, and she gave me a great option, and she said that at my 38-week appointment, if I'm not dilated, we'll go ahead and schedule your C-section, because she said if you have to be induced, your chances of tearing or your uterine rupturing, that's the uterine rupture, your uterine rupture is higher, and it is more painful. I have been induced and it is very painful. I didn't want to be induced again. I knew that. I wanted to go naturally, so I went back for my 38 week and I had not dilated at all. Nothing had happened, so I was like, okay, that's my sign that I need to have a C-section, which was I was okay with. I didn't really care. I just wanted her to be here healthy and happy, and I wanted to be healthy, and so I didn't want to take any risks. My husband was super supportive. He said, you do whatever you want to do as long as you're okay and the baby is okay. We're just gonna go with that. And so that was the best choice for us, for me, was to go ahead and get the C-section. I was a little disappointed, not too disappointed, honestly. I knew what to expect with a C-section, but I did want to eventually have vaginal birth, and that's okay. As all my babies are here healthy and I'm still here, so that's all that matters. But then with Eliza, my second, we had during that C-section, I was scheduled to go in at 5 in the morning for her C-section, and when I called, they had pushed it back to 11. So I hadn't eaten from the night before, and I ended up passing out when they inserted the IV. And I did not want that to happen again, so I wanted them to schedule it super early. It didn't end up like that. I ended up having my scheduled C-section at 1:45 in the afternoon, and I was very nervous about that. They had told me I could eat. I don't think I could eat past midnight or something, so I ate as late as I could, and then just to be safe, I didn't want to eat anymore because I do get sick, so I was really nervous about passing out. Thankfully, my nurse was great, and I told her about it and everything, and so the IV, I didn't pass out. It was fine. They got me all prepped. We went back to the C-section to do the C-section, and same old. They numb you from your like mid-chest down, or like right under your breast down, and that went great. I always get nervous. My heart rate always goes up because I'm having a certain major surgery, so my heart rate always goes up, and so they were able to give me some medicine to like calm me down and to keep my blood pressure normal, so that was good. Everything went well. They got her out. My husband was able to be there, and but as they were taking her out, I did feel a lot more pain than I normally have before. Like, it was very painful. And like, again, I don't know if it's because it was a different hospital, different doctors doing it, but it was not very fun. I was in a lot of pain while they were taking her out. And then when they were, after she was out, stitching me back up and doing all that, I don't know what they do, but all the necessary stuff they need to do, it really was painful. And I told my husband, even in the operating room, I was like, I don't think we're gonna have any more kids after this. It was something I never felt before. So but I got to see her when she was first born. They took her back, which with the first two, I was able to be with my babies the whole time. They never left my side. Here, I don't know if it's just a Hawaii thing or just that hospital, they took my baby to the nursery for a long time, which they had told me before that they do take them to the nursery. And that, I don't know, it was really hard for me to be away from her. We even asked our nurse if that was normal, which she was new there. She was a traveling nurse, so she was new, and she thought that they also would be with me, which was really kind of sad. It was very different. I didn't like that, but apparently her blood sugar was low, so every time they pricked her and her blood sugar was low, they had to keep her for another 30 minutes to monitor her. And so I guess she just kept, her blood sugar kept testing low, so they just kept having to keep her, but we weren't really updated, so we really didn't know where she was or how she was doing. We weren't updated until like the last minute, until she was in there, and my husband was getting antsy, I was getting antsy. It was very, very different. I didn't like that part of it, but once we got her, went back to the room. The room was like a fourth of the size that it was in Washington. So, I mean, it was like my husband's chair, the bassinet, and then me, and that's all that there was. That was very different. It's okay, I guess. We really were just sleeping, but it was very cramped. It was hard to get, for me to do anything. Anytime I had to go to the bathroom, I had to like wheel the bassinet out of the way. Anytime I wanted to do anything, I like had to wheel the bassinet, and like right after a C-section, that's kind of hard to do. Yeah, so then and then like checking her to do like the hearing test and to check her blood again and to do this and that. They would come and take her, which in Washington they would all do in the room. So all that was like really different to me. I did not like that as much. I know that she was being taken care of. It's a great hospital. I love that hospital, but I just like to be with my baby. I'm very like protective, and I always think the worst. Someone's gonna kidnap her, or someone's gonna, like the worst always comes to my mind. And they were great. It is my babe. She is mine. It was just nerve-wracking and different. The pain, I had a lot more pain. I had it all on my shoulders, and which she said was gas, I guess. I've never heard that. In my stomach, and I've never felt pain like that. And I don't get the they always prescribe me like oxycodone or hydrocodone, and I never take it. I don't like taking those. It's just personally, I don't even like taking Tylenol. I just don't like taking medicine. So I know it's going to be more painful for me, but I just prefer that way. But even then, like, it was all three of them. I never took that stuff, and this one was definitely way more painful. We also have stairs in our house in Hawaii, and in Washington we didn't. So going up and down the stairs was more difficult. But I mean, I know that we're done with kids, so I won't have to do that again, but I definitely liked Washington better, and maybe it just all depends on your hospital for sure, but I definitely had a quicker recovery with my first two compared to this one. And it could just be because it was my third baby, but I think that the C-section, as long as my baby is here fine and I'm fine, I would do it all over again the same way. Even in the hospital too, they have like I don't know if it's, I guess for the mom and the dad, they have like a special meal. We got like steak and potatoes and green beans, and we got cheesecake and all this nice, it was so good. It was such a nice meal. That was really cool. Also in Washington, we had like a Subway and like a Starbucks, and which they did have a Starbucks there, but the first meal I wanted was a sub from Subway, and we didn't really know where to get that from, so we just kind of ate what they gave us. I was on a liquid diet anyways because I did end up getting sick, which is normal for me. But yeah, I think if I could just have like transported all that from Washington to here, it would have been better. But it was still good. My baby was well taken care of. I was well taken care of. Just wish it was done a little bit differently, but it is what it is, and we are happy to be in Hawaii. It's kind of cool to say that she was born in Hawaii. Not a lot of people can say that. So, but yeah, she's trying to go to sleep now, so I guess I'll stop talking and keeping her up because she's just staring at me. But here she is. Can you say hi? See, we're all snuggled up, aren't we? Ready to take a nap? Yeah. So, well, hopefully we can give you some more vlogs here in Hawaii. I think that's my goal here in Hawaii, is to start vlogging. We've been here almost 2 years, so it's I'm kind of late to the game, but we can give you a glimpse of some stuff that we're doing here, and some hikes and some activities we do if you're ever in Hawaii. But see you in the next video. Bye. Thanks for listening.